going to start talking because, that's my job. That's my job, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I would like to welcome you to Poetic License. I'm really sorry that the sign is backwards, but because I'm an Android user, I can't flip my phone thing around for you guys. But anyway, hi.
It's right to us, actually.
But it is right. It's backwards for me, and I know that, well, that's for my phone that it's backwards, and I just don't have anything right, but I'm trying the best I can. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the final of 2021 open mic listing for Poetic License. I've got a few of you guys on the list, which is triple plus awesome. I was going to start by reading 3 poems, and then, of course, we're handed on over to the Zoom host. Thank you again so much in advance, John F. McMullen. But I usually start from reading things from most recent issues of magazines, and I choose them based on accepted writing within it. And someone, I think it was Bill Tope, that had a piece that was called Man on the Street. And I just instantly thought of this one photo that we took in Chicago at Damon North Milwaukee of this guy sitting on a fire hydrant, just being all depressed and such, or whatever. It just was the coolest photo. I've had this thing for years, and I'm like, I have to so use this photo for this because, he's the man on the street, right by the pawn shop and everything. So, anywho, I thought I'd share with you 3 poems from here. It's kind of dark here, but we will see. Let me see if I can get a light on this. Probably not. All right, well, I'm going to try it without the light. This first poem, Haha, is called Under Our Own Feet, and it was written on the 2nd of December, which is the date in 1942 that man achieved the first artificial self-sustaining nuclear chain reaction. I thought this was the coolest thing, so I'm going to share this poem with you, and it's called Under Our Own Feet. They decided to bring this Manhattan project to Chicago for the real work. A metallurgical lab made it at the University of Chicago under their west viewing stands of Stagg Field in experiments led by Enrico Fermi, calling their work, quote, a crude pile of black bricks and wooden timbers. But as we all know, so much energy can come from so little matter. So they used this sunken pit that used to be a racket court, but now it was smashing more than tennis balls to reach nuclear criticality in their chain reactions in such a populated area safely. So this was what they were trying to do for the first work in scientifics, taking every step to make it possible that they could, and to be sure that nothing would go wrong. And they even celebrated from paper cups with a shared bottle of Chianti for a job well done. I've walked through the forest preserves, even touched the marker that commemorated this world's first nuclear reaction. My colleague used to ride his bike along those trails until one week it was chained off for wildlife study, though he knew it was really for radiation cleanup. I think of what we do to ourselves, to the world, and wonder how sometimes the strangest events, the strangest horrors, and the strangest discoveries may all be right under our own feet, and we don't even know it. It was amazing to just go be in Chicago at the time, be riding along and be like, oh, this is where they decided to bury it, because it was far enough away from the city at the time. But of course, everything expands and everything gets really huge, right? And so this is where we were ending up living and visiting. So this next...
Janet, there was something on Facebook today about a game that was actually radioactive that was being sold to teach people how to deal with this, and no one realized it was causing problems.
When I was young, the world was the size of a thimble, and all I needed was my own backyard. But on my own, I was only a dot in the universe. So I traveled. Once I saw a gold fox in the snow along the roadside. When I stepped out of my Saturn, this fox just started jumping in and through the 4-foot deep snowfield. I took 2 steps to then watch this gold fur sprinting away. Then, after retracing Darwin's steps at the Galapagos Islands, I stopped near the crisscrossed, overlapping sea lions napping so I could contemplate natural selection. And after seeing destroyed British ships from the early whaling in Antarctica, I photographed the first humpback whales of the season, then took a picture with a Gentoo penguin as I sat in the snow, and the penguin approached me. When a man in the third poorest country in the world was asked why the poor locals seemed so happy, he explained, "We may not have it all, but we can choose to be happy." And so we do. And with these words, I proudly choose life. I choose life for the orcas and humpback whales, the chinstrap and gentoo penguins, cormorants, gulls, and terns. I choose life for the giant petrels, storm petrels, finches, Nazca birds, even the sea lions and the marine iguanas. I choose life for the Wyoming bison who passed me on the street. I choose life for the deer who approached us as we slept in the grass under stars. I choose life for all of the mass-farmed animals mankind slaughters because they choose to consume death and not life. I choose life because without mankind's civilization, that's where wildlife thrived. I'm looking at John as I'm saying this stuff, and I've got one more for you because I'm trying to relate these things to things related to December for you guys. This one is called Knew the Word, and it was written on the 3rd of December for the 1818 date that Illinois became the 21st state in the United States of America. That was the day it was done. And, you know, thank you very much. And this one is called Knew the Word. Actually, John should listen to this because this is the relative of his that concerns this poem. Knew the Word. Did a man from my very distant familial past know what he had found, discovering this rich land with so much to offer? Did he know what he took from the people who knew this land all too well? Whether he knew or not, we remember those once holders of this sacred land, the Algonquin-speaking tribes native to this land. They knew that the word Illinois really means tribe of superior men. I cannot speak for what any ancestors did to you, but just know that I, personally, hear your words, know your meaning, and will honor this land as if it has always been my own. For to me, Illinois is only my own, which I honor the way you did, as I know and I now honor you. Little thing about Illinois there. Hi, thank you, Tom. And there's no longer a cat in your screen. But hi, welcome to you. I gave you a fix of a couple poems related to December from cc&d, Man on the Street. Da, 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 da. If you want to know anything about it, scars.tv/ccd. You can find out all about it. But enough of that stuff. It is time to hear from the man that hosts these Zoom meetings. And so, John F. McMillan, are you ready to take it away with 3 poems?